Proctor through Carpenter, and Umberger going to make contact. Caution flag going to come out.
Turn number 4. Beautiful pace truck leads him down as we get set for the first of 5 feature events on what has been a great racing weekend here at Potomac Speedway. Again, the American All-Star Series making their first ever appearance here at the High Banks of Potomac Speedway. We mentioned they're going to be at Rockcastle Speedway in Mount Vernon, Kentucky. That will be their next event coming up on May the 16th, and then on May 23rd and 24th. It is going to be a good battle for those drivers at Natural Bridge Speedways and with Raceway. But right now, we're going to get set for 15 laps. This is the A.J. Fenwick Service Strictly Stock Main Event. E.J. Pope, great job with the flag there. Great job. That looked pretty darn good. Daniel Canoto, meanwhile, another great job as he grabs a lead off of turn number 2. But we've got several drivers kind of getting together over there in that 1-2 turn area. Everybody was able to gather themselves back up. Some have some work to do, including the 14C of Kelly Kraus, but that is going to bring out the Birch Oil Birch Propane initial lap caution. Several got together in 1 and 2, so we will re-rack them one more time. All right, set for try number 2 off in turn 3 and 4 back in the Leonardtown Ford restart zone. Our stormwater management green flag back in the air. And once again, Daniel Canoto getting the edge on Mason Foster. Mason had some front-end damage after having a good run last night. The 96 trying to gather himself back up. Canoto will grab the lead. Ed Pope Sr. in the 56. He's going for the lead down in turn 3 and 4. He's going right up the banking. He and Canoto will make contact. Pope's going to be the leader, and Canoto is in the wall. Mattingly just missed tag in the rear, but 2 others get him. Oh, Lord. So Canoto sat there kind of helpless after the contact off of turn number 4. And just as it looked like everybody was going to avoid him, looks like the 13 of John Hardesty Jr. and the 20 of Jack Regier also making some contact. And we got a little bit to clean up here on the front straightaway. Following the Strictly stocks, again, the Roadsters will be number 2 in our race order, followed by the American All-Star Crate Late Model Series. On that 20 of Jack Regier as he gets the hook and headed back into the pit area. Fortunately, we had a few weeks off, but a lot of fluid dumped down, so track crews have got a lot of stuff to dump down to go ahead and see if we can get this sopped up and make sure everything's safe for our drivers. 13 of John Hardesty Jr., the opening night winner. He was the one that eventually got in there, didn't know where to go after Canoto was turned in the number 7 into the front stretch wall. So we have lost 2 of our 12 drivers here in the early going. And it looks like we are closing in on the restart here of our 15-lap main event. 2 laps are complete, 13 still to go. And our A.J. Fenwick sponsor is Strictly Stock Division. Again, keep your eye on the 90 Nabil Guffey, the 2024 champion, looking to see if he can pick up his 2nd victory of the weekend and 3rd overall, which would be a $100 bonus courtesy of Abel's Auto Glass. Right now, the 55 of Sean Halsair is joined alongside of him as they follow Ed Pope Sr. back into turn 3 and 4 into the Leonardtown Ford restart zone, and our stormwater management green is back out. Pope again charging hard down to the bottom of turn 1 and 2 upon entrance. And he's got Guffey right there behind him. On that is the 88 of Greg Mattingly on his rear bumper. Halsair in the 55 down bottom, along with the 14C of Kelly Kraus. It'll be Pope leading the latest lap. Guffey with a crossover move as he works it into 1 and 2. But Pope likes that low line. He stays off the bottom. Halsair spins a 55. Everybody able to avoid contact as a 55 will bring out the latest Birch Oil Birch Propane caution in turn number 1 and 2. Field stacked up, Delaware double file. Pope in the 56, looking to see if he can secure his first victory. John Hardesty Jr., the winner on opening night. Nabil Guffey has taken the next two as we get set back into Leonardtown Ford. Restart zone one more time. Green back out, and Pope takes a little bit of a low line right through the infield area. And by the time he gathers it back up, pinched up the 88 of Greg Mattingly, but the 90 of Guffey was underneath of him. And now contact is made between Knodel and Pope off turn 4. Kelly Kraus collected. Foster, the 96. Evasive maneuvers down pit road, and caution. Birch Propane caution back on the speedway. He was involved in the previous caution. He is already back up where he was when his caution came out. The 55 of Sean Houser all the way back up to the inside of row number 2. Green is back out. Guffey, the leader. Mattingly in second. That's the way they finished last night. 55 of Houser in third. 23 of Blocker. He's losing the high side move. Try to see if he can get around Houser. 14C of Kelly Kraus. They are the top 5 as they have broken away with a little distance between the next ones in line, which will be led by the 96 of Mason Foster. Guffey back to the line, the leader, 11 laps to go. Mattingly in second, starting in the high line and now trying to dip it down low, diamond that corner a little bit. He'll be about 2 to 3 car lengths back in second. Houser in third, Kelly Kraus getting around Sean Blocker. He'll put the blue 14C up into fourth. Leaders are coming back as we've hit the 1/3 mark of tonight's AJ Fenwick Septic Service strictly stock main event. Pretty much our Crown Vics for those watching on DirtRichTV. We don't call them Crown Vics. They've always been called Strictly's well before the Crown Vics came to be. As Blocker had some issues off that second turn, the 23 losing several positions down the back straightaway. The 519, Will Mayhew, now will crack the top 5 for the first time tonight. Knodel on the number 7. Believe he got called for the spin on the 56. So he's got to work himself for the second time from the back of the field. Meanwhile, the challenge for the lead, Mattingly putting the heavy pressure on Guffey as they work it off at turn number 4. Going to be Guffey at the line, but Mattingly still searching and probing to see where it works. He'll go in high in turn number 1 and 2, try to dive it down low, grab a gear and see if he can draw even. Here comes Mattingly. But again, Guffey with the horsepower. Mattingly well known in that red 88 for that high side maneuver. And again, he continues to go in high and dive it down low as they come back with 7 circuits to go. Guffey knows he likes that high side, and he's going to try to prevent Mattingly from getting over there and pinch him off at turn number 2. And now the lap car, the 69 of George Birch, right in front of the leaders. They're going to have to make a decision. Guffey going to go the inside, Mattingly outside. The meat and the sandwich is Birch. It'll still be Guffey. He's going to have to go lower than what he's gone. 88 of Mattingly, a little bit more momentum right on that rear bumper as they drag race down the backstretch. 55 of Sean Houser remains in third. 519 of Will Mayhew and the 7 of Daniel Knodel, top 5. Mattingly finally has the high groove. He'll grab the lead here by inches at the front straightaway with 5 circuits to go. Not over yet. Guffey wants to win that $100 bonus, but Mattingly, the man putting it up, trying to prevent that and pick up his first victory as the defending champion for 2026. Leaders coming back. 4 circuits left to tonight's AJ Fenwick Septic Service strictly stock main event. Finally able to get the full length of that car in front of Guffey, and as a result now beginning to edge away by about a car length at best. Leaders off into 1 and 2. Guffey trying to stay in the tire tracks. Gets a little out of shape and loses about another car length down the back straightaway. The leaders will be looking at 2 laps to go this time by. Down the back chute, still a car length and a half separation between the top 2. 55 of Sean Houser remains back there in third. 14C of Kelly Kraus from the back is up into fourth. 519, top 5 right now. Leaders back to the stripe. Mattingly takes the summer breeze. 1 to go. This time by maybe a lap car to deal with. Again, that would be the 69 of George Birch. Leaders heading back. Guffey going to make it one last attempt down in turn 3 and 4. They got to figure out what to do with one-lap machine. Going to be Mattingly to the outside. Greg Mattingly taking his first in Strictly stocks for 2025. Make it 6. 55 of Sean Houseair will follow the 90 of Nabil Guffey in third, followed by the 14C of Kelly Krause and the 7, Daniel Canoto. They will be your top 5. So this year, 4 races, 3 different drivers in victory lane. Your defending champ, Greg Mattingly. Catfish coming away with his first of the year. And our 15-lapper for the J&R Towing Thunder Roadsters coming up next. Oh, where is he? There he is. Catfish back in victory lane. You just didn't want to give that $100 up, did you?
No, I can't. You know, I had to beat Guffey because that $100 in my pocket.
Oh, come on now. Hey, great job. I mean, a lot of people put up some money this weekend in Strictly Stock. I know George did for the hard charger reward. Things going on as far as other divisions of racing are concerned. It's been tough this year. These Strictlys, it's not just you and Nabil. There's several that are really very tough to beat.
Yeah, it is about, I'll say, 4 or 5 cars in this class that can win any given week. You know, I know if I get on the high side of Guffey, I know I can get it. This is my kind of track.
Well, I tell you, you were kind of going in bottom, kind of down low, or maybe up a little high, and then dominating the corner a little bit, trying to get to the inside. I know you were itching to get to that outside, but you had 2 different occasions in that race where a lap car, you guys had to make some serious decisions. One of those on the final turn of the last lap. Tell me what was going through your mind on that one.
Yeah, I was just, I wasn't sure how far Guffey was behind me. I know the blue car. I mean, I pretty much had an idea where he was going to be at, but I went on the outside of him and just went right on by him. So,
Catfish, who would you like to thank tonight?
I'd like to thank Chapco Order Parts, Linear Surveys, Chapco Auto Repair, Abe Auto Glass, Chapco Market, Ricky's Repair, S&J Heat and Air Conditioner, Saucers, Guardian, and also, I tell you what, I'm going to send this win out to my son right here. That's my boy right there.
All right, well, we're going to get the boy to draw the 50-50 ticket tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and get your numbers out. Tickets out, I should say. All right, tell me what that winning number is, Christy.
Nope.
Oh, you are so mic shy. You see everybody in the grandstands, but you can't talk on the mic 1 second. All right, folks, 634-022. 634-022. Your winning 50 number. Christy's right down here with the blue bucket if you happen to see her. If we missed out and you did find that number and you missed out on her, the money will be up at the main admission stand.